Hello and welcome back to Critical Damage Episode 3. I'm your host Michael, joined by fellow hosts Piper and Ben, and today we'll be discussing stories within video games. So Piper, take it away.
All right, so we all know that I love stories in video games, but I wanted to know, what are your thoughts on stories in video games? Do you think games are required to have a story, or do you think they can be successful with just good gameplay?
So I'm a little biased when it comes to this department. As a kid, I actually grew up playing games that didn't involve story. So when playing games such as like Call of Duty, Fortnite, Overwatch, Apex, especially before college, I tended to think that gameplay kind of overshadows story in most departments. If a game has good gameplay, then I think a story isn't all needed.
I mean, I'm a bit different to you. I got into games through the story. The first game that I played was Life is Strange, followed by the Uncharted series, The Last of Us. These are all really story-heavy games. And that's what kind of brought me in to the gaming world because, I was always super into stories when I was younger, and I was like, oh, wait, video games can have great, super impactful stories? And that's kind of how I got into this. And I think that's a really important thing to note because a lot of people get into games because of the stories. It's a whole different, category of gamers, the ones who go towards these games with stories. So I personally think that stories are very crucial to games, and they make them more entertaining and bring them to a wider audience.
I can agree that they bring them to wider audience, but I also feel like that a gameplay of a story overshadows it. And I think that's emphasis, especially when you look at games like Mario. Mario kind of has a very weird story when you think about a plumber saving a kingdom from a turtle, but Mario is like the most successful video game franchise on the planet. And for good reason. Its core gameplay was revolutionary when it came out. There was nothing really comparing to Mario. And now you look at some other games that have become the most successful games. Most of them don't have stories. When you look at Overwatch, 2016 Game of the Year winner, its story is involved in the gameplay. It's just like cinematics or comics that come out. You look at Apex, which although is no longer at its peak, it's still there. You look at games like Minecraft. The story is being written now. The story wasn't there when Minecraft was at its peak, and it's continued to climb higher and higher. I don't think games need story. I think they can be successul without it if the gameplay is satisfying.
All right, Ben, what's your thoughts?
Personally, I think...
Personally, you're wrong.
I love a good story, okay? Great stories. I love great story games. I love great story games. But I think as far as the gameplay story dynamic goes, I think story can make up for bad gameplay, but I don't think that good gameplay can make up for a bad story. I think inevitably, as games grow, story becomes a thing. You see that in things like Minecraft. You see that in things like Fortnite. Story wasn't originally a thing, but to be fair, when those games first came out, they were not at their peak popularity.
I mean, League of Legends created an entirely separate TV show to add story to their games because people were searching for it. They really wanted the story. I think gamers naturally want story. It's just, sometimes the games start off without one.
I can agree. I think story definitely adds an element to a game, but I feel like gameplay is really where the core of a game's success needs to come from, not from its story. I think a game, even if it tells a really great story, if the gameplay stinks, you're not going to play much of that game. I disagree with Ben. I think that when it comes down to it, story is secondary. As much as I want a great story, if a game gives me good gameplay, I'll suffer through a kind of mid-story.
I'm actually the opposite. I will suffer through bad gameplay for a good story.
I would do the same. I think it's really easy to look past... I feel like it's easier to look past bad gameplay because when you have a story game, the story is the selling point. The narrative is why you play, right? The story games you see like The Last of Us, like Detroit Become Human, they don't advertise for their gameplay. They're not they say, cool, let's look at all these cool character choices we can make, but that's not, they'd rather immerse you in that world in a way.
I mean, you think about point and click adventure games. Those have very minimal gameplay. Think of also what was it? Telltale's Walking Dead, those sort of games. They really lack in the gameplay, but people keep coming back to them and again for the story.
Because I can agree. Those games, their stories are the selling points. And I think that's great. But I think story games, oftentimes, they don't have a lot of the appeal that non-story games can have. I think some of the biggest appeal you can have with non-story games are things like competitive play and aspects like multiplayer play. They're a lot harder to introduce in high-based story games. God of War, like Elden Ring, these stories that are kind of like rich in story don't involve multiplayer.
I mean,
and I feel like I want to play it with my friends more than I want a good story.
I think it all depends on the player because personally, I prefer single player games. I like games with a really rich story, and I will not generally go to the multiplayer games. Maybe that's just because, being a woman in multiplayer games is scary. But
Unfortunately.
it's, I feel like I get more out of games when I'm playing them by myself because I'm interacting more with the story, with what the developers are trying to do, and less so, joking around with my friends.
So multiplayer games versus single player games. When you have a story in a multiplayer game, I feel like no matter how bad a game is, if you have a group of people that you play with or you have a group of friends, it's really easy to have fun in a game, no matter what. I feel like if you have the right crew, it's
Among Us.
Anything.
Among Us.
A great example, yeah. But like when you're by yourself, it's intimate in a way. I don't know if there's a better word for that. It's like you in the game, and you don't have the other voices to be like, oh, look at how cool this thing is. So I think that when you're playing the multiplayer game, you as the player and players can carry a lot of that weight of what might be missing. But one-on-one in a game, it really depends on everything's on the game. Yeah. So having that like crucial like story element is 10 times more important when you have just like one player.
Okay. So let's look at, because I want to clarify, I do like story games. I just think that gameplay is sometimes better than story games. Anyway, so let's look at how stories are presented. Now, I know Ben here is an avid Destiny addict. So, Ben, with Destiny's model of releasing a story in parts and paying annually to access and learn the story, do you think that is an effective strategy for Destiny, which at its base is actually a story game, even with multiplayer aspects?
So I feel like there's two different elements to that question, right? There's do I like a long-term story? Yes, I like being immersed in a world that changes and that like I can actively keep up with. Is it a time commitment? Sure, yeah. Are there many games out there that do that? No, Destiny's kind of unique in that way. But then there's like the financial conversation, which is a completely separate thing, where if you didn't have to pay like $60 or like $10 each release to do this, would you? And you got like say you got like free access to it. Would you still want to be involved in like a long evolving story like that? I feel like that depends on the player and the preference. There's like roadblocks there, boundaries that you have to get past in a way that are outside of the narrative's control. But personally, I prefer that longer telling narrative, something that I can get myself immersed in and actually keep up with, because I feel like me as the player, I feel like I actually have an effect because I see things changing in a way. I think sometimes, depending on like a game, whether it be more cinematic or more like discover the narrative on your own, it's really easy to interject yourself in something that you discover on your own because you're in the player, or just like it's like a mystery that you're solving, and you are the one physically who, depending on the person, can or cannot uncover the narrative. Whereas like cinematic things, it really depends, and this narrative is more force fed to you, where it's like each cinematic, you're like, okay, here's what's going on. It's like a checkpoint for you in a way.
So should I play Destiny?
No, my pockets are dry. No, I don't recommend. No, I do not recommend.
All right. Well, I personally like one way that I really like stories being presented is in episodes. I know a lot of story games do that. We've got, Telltale, like all the Life is Strange series. They're presented in episodes, and it's a great way to get, small stories and consume them in a more manageable way than, let's say, you sit down to play 80 hours of, I don't know, Horizon Forbidden West or something.
I am closer with you, Piper. I think I'm going to avoid Destiny with the 10-foot pole.
Good. I don't recommend.
So I think I prefer my story games to be something that kind of immerses me in their world and tells a small story. I think a great example of that is I'm currently playing through Celeste, where we're following a girl climbing a mountain and overcoming her own personal problems. I don't need to know anything else about that world. I just got to know there's a mountain, we're climbing it, and it's really hard. But I feel like those types of games are what attract me as a gamer the most, because when I get immersed in that little snippet of a world, I get in, I experience it, I get the story they want to tell, I get the morals they want to share, the lessons they want to teach, and then I can move on to someone else's. And I don't get bogged down in one place for so long, and I don't have to spend multiple days, weeks, months getting through this one narrative that ends up maybe satisfying me at the end. But I feel like I really like those shorter games.
I guess for me, I just love story. I will play every Dark Anthology, Until Dawn, all those games. I'll play every Life is Strange. Stories are just really important to me, and I think that, it's bringing a new group of gamers in. Like, I know a lot of writers actually play video games now because they're so story heavy, and it gives them tips and tricks on how to improve their writing for novels and TV shows and things like that. So I personally, I know it's always up to the gamer what they like the best, if it's multiplayer or story or single player or whatever. But for me personally, I will always go for a good story.
Personally, I find myself more immersed in the longer telling stories, but I do enjoy the occasional self-contained smaller thing. I think from a developer standpoint, if you're making a story, or from like even a writing standpoint, if you're making a story that goes over a long time, it's a lot easier to have those hiccups because you're writing for longevity, and to be like, all right, let's look into the future rather than focusing on this more self-contained story where it's like if you write this thing and you're not thinking about, oh, how is this going to affect the next game or the next release that we do, it's really easy for you to really pay attention to the detail and really make that self-contained, smaller scale narrative a lot more accessible and a lot better in general.
All right. So I think that'll wrap up our discussion on story. Let's send it over to Aiden and Kath for First Frame News.
Thanks, Michael. Hello, everyone, and welcome to First Frame News. My name is Aiden Sissom.
And I'm Catherine Abear, and we will be bringing you the latest gaming news. Following the announcement of several large companies skipping out on E3, the biggest video game expo in the industry has been canceled. The highly anticipated event was supposed to make its grand return after being shut down the past couple years due to COVID-related issues. E3 is notoriously known to have game publishers announce new titles and console manufacturers disclose their newest products. This is no small shutdown, with past attendance reaching numbers around 66,000. This is an interesting time for the industry as there is no longer a major event to market upcoming titles. We could be seeing more companies making announcements through online events or through virtual settings.
You're the new employee on the Mirage Express in charge of keeping your passengers happy during a birthday voyage, when suddenly things take a dark turn as someone is murdered. This is the premise of a new Sonic game? That's right, as an April Fool's joke, Sega has published The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog, free to play on Steam. But this joke truly is a lovingly crafted adventure that has fans questioning the possibilities of these characters in the future. Could we see more of this? As the game has over 9,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
We have reached the end of an era. Valve has announced the 2023 CSGO Paris Major will be the last major championship. But just on that version of the game. Valve tweeted that we will see the next major in March of 2024, featuring the highly anticipated Counter-Strike 2. The majors have sold out massive arenas, with its prize pools reaching $1.25 million, which we will see at the championship this year. These events have been a staple in the esports industry since 2014, and although it is the last year for CSGO, there are high hopes for what Counter-Strike 2 will bring to the table for players and fans.
Dark and Darker was an up-and-coming PvPvE dungeon crawler with themes from games such as Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown, until it mysteriously disappeared from Steam. Publishing company Nexon has entered a legal dispute with Dark and Darker developer Iron Mace over alleged stolen code. Around half of the developers at Iron Mace worked on Nexon in the past, and the case has even led to South Korean officials raiding the studios of Iron Mace in search of evidence. While the story is still developing, Iron Mace's GoFundMe for raising legal funds went down only hours after garnering $50,000 in crowdfunding. This has left fans of the game baffled, hoping their money and time was not spent in vain.
It is no surprise that the fandoms attached to video games can be very critical and overload the internet with their opinions. Despite the Resident Evil 4 remake coming out and receiving positive reviews, many took to social media to direct hate towards Lily Gao, the voice actor for Ada Wong. Following the wave of harassment she received, Gao has since deleted all of her posts except one that dives into the role of privilege in society. There is bound to be criticism towards performances in the media, but there is also a line as to what and how it is being said. Despite the hate, many have taken to Twitter to support Gao and uplift her performance, as well as sharing interview videos of how excited and dedicated she was to playing Ada Wong.
The Last of Us was recently ported to PC to coincide with the hype of the HBO series. This way to play the game has been completely disappointing to nearly everyone who has played it. The game is infected with bugs, stuttering, and generally terrible frame rate throughout. Even the most high-end of computers remained unable to properly manage the game's taxing demand. Tech outlet Digital Foundry has gone as far to call the game effectively a beta. It remains to be seen how long it will take to fix this mess, but Naughty Dog has reassured customers that they are working towards fixing these issues.
That's all we have for you this episode. Now, back to you, hosts.
Welcome, gamers, to Critical Damage's first ever and probably last Jeopardy. Today, we'll have our two teams of Ben and Piper versus Kath and Aiden. We taking on a series of categories, doing their best to answer and trying not to embarrass themselves. Behind me are our categories, and inside them have famous quotes from video games. Within these video games, our team members are going to be trying to guess the character that said them. They will have about 10 seconds to guess, and then after 10 seconds, I will be giving them the name of the game the character is from. They'll have about another 5 more seconds. And if they cannot get it, their time is up. Now, I am the god of this game, and if I think someone is taking too long, I will cut you off. So, Ben, be nice to me.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
As long as you guys keep that in mind.
Oh, no. Can I switch teams? No.
You're stuck. It's too late.
Anyway, so how the game is going to work for audiences at home, we have someone keeping score behind the camera. Throughout the game, I will be announcing the scores for our team members to know. All right. Does anyone on the stage have any questions?
No, I think we're good. Yeah.
No.
All right. So to start us off, I will need one volunteer from each team. We are going to do a coin flip to decide which team chooses the first category.
Oh no. Okay, I'll call it. I got it. I got you.
You want the call, Ben?
I'll call it. Yeah.
You're going against Kath.
Wow.
So if Kath fails, then it's on you guys. Kath, you'll get to choose if Ben doesn't get it right, if you want to pick or let them pick first.
Okay.
Here we go. In the air, Ben.
Heads.
I will now check.
That went really well.
Tails. That's tails.
The answer is heads. So,
Woo.
Ben, would you like to choose a category first, or would you like to let Kath and Aiden choose first?
Do we want to go first?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna go first. Okay. Let me see our categories. Real
All right. Our categories, for those at home who cannot see, are villains, RPGs, catchphrases, grab bag, and NPC voices. Now, NPC voices is special. For the NPC voices category, we will be physically playing the sound in studio. You guys will have to identify the character who says it. What category would you like to pick?
I'm gonna go NPC voices.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah. NPC voices 300.
300 for
300.
NPC voices.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have it ready in studio?
Hey, listen!
Oh, that's the little fairy thing in Link. What's it called? In Zelda.
I know it's
The
in
fairy
Zelda.
thing.
I
What's it
can't.
called?
No, I know. Mm-mm.
All right.
It's
You have a couple
It's-
more seconds to figure
I
it
know
out.
it's from Legend of Zelda. I don't
It's
know
like-
what the name of the. It's. Can I just say fairy? Does that count?
the
The
fairy.
game is Ocarina of Time.
I knew it.
You need
Zelda,
the
yeah.
character.
It's the stupid fairy. Like it starts with
5,
start with a
4,
I have no idea.
3. Any guesses? 2.
Nah.
twinkle.
That is incorrect. To Kath and Aiden to
Okay.
steal. They have the opportunity to steal. Kath and Aiden. Who's the game character? Any name. There's no incorrect punishment.
Pixie.
That is incorrect.
I don't know.
Is that even a character?
No, probably not. I don't
Look,
know.
my guess is gonna be
I played that
Tinkerbell,
game
so
God
y'all-
knows how many
The
times.
Tinkerbell. Okay. So, that was Ocarina of Time. The character was Navi.
Oh.
I should have known that. I just.
my
Yeah,
God.
I can't believe I
I
didn't get
can't-
that. That's
anyway.
I played that game.
So,
Too
we'll
many.
now move on.
No.
Yeah.
Kath and Aiden.
I said we just take the 5.
What would you guys like to pick?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. NPC voices 500.
NPC voices, 500. Can we get in the studio? Now we are looking for the exact character who says that.
This is all you, man. You know it.
Exact character.
I feel like that's
They all sound
I was
like
gonna
that.
say
that's Tom.
Tom Nook from Animal Crossing.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. To Ben and Piper,
Isabel Animal Crossing?
it is not Isabel.
What?
The correct answer is Timmy and Tommy.
Oh,
Oh
my God.
Oh,
That's
my little
so-
ones in the
that's
store.
so
we don't like
stupid.
them.
That's
They're
okay.
the lamest characters in the
So-
game.
You know what? Take
Oh
it
my
up with our
God.
EPs.
You know what? Timmy and Tommy do a lot
No,
for
they
us
don't.
in Animal Crossing.
They
We
should
should give
run
them
a
some respect.
store
Okay, yeah.
shop.
All right.
How is that both of them?
It's because it was like
Don't ask me.
It was a conversation between the
Hey, see,
two.
I think we could have had Kath just make the sound. I don't think
Yeah,
we-
guys, don't worry about the. Don't
Anyway,
worry about the sound effects.
there's still no points on the board.
Oh, no.
So back over to Ben and Piper.
Let's go for like a 100.
We should do catchphrases.
Let's do catchphrases for 100.
Catchphrases for 100.
Yeah.
This catchphrase is endure and survive.
Ellie from The Last of Us.
That is correct.
I didn't know that.
one.
Thank you.
That is
I did
100
not know
points
that.
to Ben and Piper.
Millions of different
Thank you,
websites
thank
that
you. I didn't put that one on there. Anyway, Kath and Aiden, what category would you guys like?
Okay.
Villains?
Sure.
100?
Villains 100.
Yeah.
Villains 100.
We've gotten less confident.
Villains 100 is how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
I feel like it's from Far Cry.
This is a really hard question. It's not. It's a 100 question.
I feel like it's from Far Cry.
The game is Portal 2.
Oh. Then
You have about 5 more seconds. I need something. Anything?
GLaDOS.
Come on, we need something.
Yeah, we're GLaDOS.
GLaDOS from Portal 2 is correct.
I
don't ever-
Incredible job.
I don't
by our
remember
team.
GLaDOS saying
I
that.
don't remember
Okay.
saying that.
Okay.
I thought it was like Far Cry.
That is
Quotes.
100 to Aiden and Kath. That's
Nice.
impressive. Here we go. I'm glad we have points on the board now.
It was not
Let's throw it back to Ben and Piper.
But a little bit, do like a 300.
Sure.
Yeah. Feel like villains. Villains 300.
Yeah.
Villains 300.
Villains 300. Villains 300 is what is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. Now, a little bit of story behind this question. I actually didn't want to include this one, but it was overruled by our wonderful staff here at Critical Damage.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Oh, it was like game title. What's the game?
The game
Okay, that's
is Castlevania.
no.
5 more seconds.
Yeah, we'll not know.
I just said
Doesn't Castlevania like vampires and stuff, right?
I can't give you any more hints. 2 more seconds. I need
We
something.
just say like
I need something.
Let's do it.
You guys are out of time.
Dracula,
No,
Dracula.
I don't count it. You guys are out of time.
No, I said
No, you lost. I gave you the warning. I gave you the warning.
I said Dracula.
Let's throw it over to Kath and Aiden. What's your guys' guess?
Count Dracula.
That is correct. Point.
I am going to
Kath
kill
and
you.
Aiden.
I am going to
Thank you
kill
for
you.
cooperating with the rules
No
of the
worries.
game,
We
guys.
appreciate you.
You shouldn't appreciate me. I'm just playing
This is
fair.
rigged. It's not fair. This is rigged.
Ben, I am still the god of this game. As I warned at the beginning
Oh
of this
my
episode,
God.
I will throw you out.
Clean up.
We have Henry on set.
Like we should.
I'm literally so mad right now. Okay.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, what?
The score currently is 100 to Ben and Piper and 400 to Kath and Aiden. So, Kath and Aiden, what's your next pick?
Oh.
Yeah.
Can we do NPC 100, please?
NPC 100.
Thank you. Oh, it's just-
Oh my god.
Sound is just played.
That will.
God.
Now, this is a really hard question. I'm surprised it got to 100, but let's see if our contestant
So
can get it.
hard.
That is a villager from Minecraft.
Yeah, it is.
That is correct. 100
Wow.
points
Game is
to
rigged
Oh my
Aiden and
God.
Kath.
I was.
Sorry. Is
I also want to point out this game is not rigged. They could have chosen that question.
No,
This is
No.
completely the fault
rigged
of
against
Ben.
us.
Piper is doing her
We
best.
gotta do a 500.
I enjoyed that.
We gotta.
By the way.
Thank you. That was actually done by our resident
Okay.
writer,
You wanna choose this
Gabriel.
time? You can choose this time.
Okay.
He made that
Wait,
noise.
you did?
Yo, yo, yo. Okay. I want grab bag 500.
Grab bag 500.
I don't even know what that is, but we're going to
Yeah,
go
you
for
didn't
it.
explain the categories.
Wait, what is grab? Yeah.
Grab bag is random. It can be
Oh,
literally
wow.
anything.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So they're locked in, and I'm just gonna say, this is an awful one.
Uh-oh.
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 Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'm nervous.
I always aim to win, and my aim is perfect.
Yeah, I have no idea.
This is a very interesting one. I actually was the one who chose this.
Well,
Okay.
for some reason, my mind went to Final Fantasy, but I don't think that's right at all.
Can you give us the game?
The game is League of Legends.
Oh, I've never played.
I know 2 characters because of Arcane. So should I just say
Let's
one?
see what you got.
Go for it.
Jinx.
Jinx
I'll try.
is incorrect.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Throw it over to Kath and Aiden.
Is it Caitlyn?
That is correct.
I told you. I
The
told
answer
you.
is Kaylin. That is her ultimate voice line from League of Legends.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but we got it. We're good.
All right.
We're not.
This
I
is
love
we're doing
hot
pretty
right
well.
I'm so embarrassed.
Was that your
Wait,
other
who said
guess?
Arcane?
Yes.
That was Piper who mentioned Arcane.
That hit it.
Was either that or
Yeah.
Ash?
All right. So it seems that Piper and Ben are not that good at this game.
Nope.
Let's throw it over to Kath and Aiden. What do you guys want for your next category?
Let's finish off villains.
Yeah, let's finish off villains 500, please.
Just casually. Whatever.
This is another question I disliked.
Oh no.
I got all of the old man's genes. Or you got all the old man's genes. I apologize. I got all the flawed recessive genes.
Brothers, game with brothers. I'm just gonna wait till he says the game, and then if I know the villain, then that'll.
I will accept the simplified version of this answer. Do you want the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The game is Metal Gear Solid.
Oh. Rest in peace.
I don't know the villain. I hate Metal Gear Solid.
Did I not say that there's going to be something from Metal
4,
I said this before.
3,
I did say there.
2. Any guesses?
No, I got nothing.
All right. We're going to throw it over to Ben and
You
Piper.
know.
I want to say Snake, but Snake's the good guy.
I don't hate
Okay.
Metal Gear
Okay.
Solid.
Oh,
That was
it's
a lie.
probably
I
like
just wanna clear that up.
Colonel Sanders. I don't. Like,
Is that your final answer? Is that your final answer?
Is Commander Shepard in?
No, that's Call of Duty.
Oh no.
That's
You
not-
guys got
not
about
Metal
5
Gear
more
Solid.
seconds. I need a
I'm
guess.
embarrassing myself.
I need something.
Snake.
Dude, so much was going.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, that's my final answer.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I will accept Snake.
Oh,
The correct answer is Liquid Snake, but I will accept Snake.
that's points.
Let's
We're
go!
not winning, but that's points.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't played this game,
That's why I
and
don't-
apparently there's like 4 states of matter of Snake. So
Oh,
who knows?
Can I be
You
Sky
know what? I
Snake?
think you get that.
I guess you could be
Sure.
Sky
Or
Snake.
yeah, yeah.
Should I refer to you as Air Snake
Yeah,
from now
I think
on?
I should be Air Snake.
All right, Air Snake. Air Snake
How did
and
we get
Cat.
to the?
I don't know. He's an element now, apparently.
All
'cause
right,
there's-
all right. We're moving on.
Is it
Moving
them-
on.
Moving on.
Is it them or us? Who's
I believe it is Ben and
Is it
Piper.
either way?
Is it our turn? Oh yeah, it is our turn.
It is
Okay.
your turn.
we'll do RPGs 300.
Yeah.
RPG.
That one.
Okay.
Let's go.
I guess. Okay, I might actually.
Oh.
Hey, how'd you know I was hungry? This looks delicious.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know.
Of course. Oh, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
quote
What's the
from-
game again? I just need a reminder.
So this game is from Stardew Valley.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
There's so many different characters.
I want to
You have
say.
about 7 more
Played it
seconds.
for, like,
I want to
10
say
minutes.
Abigail.
Here you go.
Abigail. It's Abigail.
Sure.
Abigail. That. I'm sorry. That is correct.
Yes, it's when you give her the
Another one.
stupid crystal and she eats it.
That is from our resident EP Ross. He refused to go about this without putting a Stardew Valley character.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you
I knew
so
that the
much.
whole time. Thanks, Piper.
So, an update on the scores. The scores are
they're-
900 Piper and Ben, a clean 1,000 for Kath and
Caught up really.
We're catching up.
Kath
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and Air Sky, or whatever his name is.
RPGs.
Air snake.
Air Snake.
100.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. RPGs 500.
RPG's 5.
That was probably a mistake.
I've always wondered why people never use their strongest attack first.
Of course. I know that.
I actually chose this one as well. I like this quote. I was going to choose a different one, but it did get overruled.
I know that one for sure.
All right. The game is Undertale.
Oh yeah.
Sans.
Is Sans your final answer?
I don't know any other Undertale characters, so yeah.
Go for it.
Papyrus.
Power to him.
Oh, that is the, yeah.
Like, there's their
That's like
whole
big one.
cast.
Sans.
Come on.
Well, what's
Sans?
that one? I don't-
Final
I don't
answer.
even know
I'm
what
throwing
that
you a
one is.
bone.
Yes.
I'm throwing you a
I
bone.
do-
I'm,
dude, I-
I'm literally trying to help
Why are
you
you
with
throwing
it.
them a bone?
Wait.
I don't know the character. I don't know any
Final
other
answer.
I never played Undertale.
Final answer.
Papyrus. I don't
That is
know.
incorrect.
Did you?
Ben and Piper.
Say Sans?
Sans.
That is correct.
I'm sorry.
The answer
That's
is
cruel.
sand.
That's cool. But I said you let me.
That's too bad that wasn't your final answer. Stick with your gut next time.
Out of everything you've done to me today, that's the worst.
That's too meta, Aiden. Too meta.
I rescind my wanting to kill you.
Thank you. Thank you. The current scores are 1,400. Piper and Ben taking the lead from a dramatic comeback to Kathleen.
That wasn't a comeback. You gave them that.
I did not give them anything.
You
I have showed absolutely no bias in
Next
this.
one.
said, let me prey on an innocent man and just
Ben,
screwed me over.
Catch 500?
Oh wow.
Let's go 300.
Catchphrase is 300.
catchphrase 3.
Yeah.
I'm out of the game. I'm done. That ruined me. You ruined me.
Catchphrase 3. I always come
I
back.
think he knows this one.
William Afton, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Unfortunately, that's correct.
Thank you.
I chose that one as well. I
my
told you it
childhood
should have
has
been a
taught me
100. I'm looking at our head writer right now as I say that. He told me that it was 300 level.
Oh.
Don't you dare put that motion to me on camera. Anyway, let's throw it over to Aiden and Kath. Let's see what you guys got.
RPGs and maybe a Fallout thing.
Okay, we can do RPGs 100.
RPG's 100.
Or Skyrim, maybe?
The quote is, "This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were both babies." What was his name again?
What?
Pokemon, which one?
Oh, don't look at me like that.
Again, we just need the character.
I feel like the Five Nights at Freddy one.
Professor Oak.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yes.
Double sure?
Yes.
Triple sure?
I'm not. This isn't happening.
You sure you're not going to do a Sword and Shield?
Yes.
I don't even know their names.
No, why would I? No one likes
You
Sword
sure?
and Shield.
Aiden,
Wood
not
is something
birch?
Ugly.
Not Birch?
Birch is a terrible wood.
All right, the correct answer is Oak.
Yes.
you
I'm
know
that
that.
guy.
You are that guy, yes.
I'm that guy.
It is currently
If he didn't steal
1,700
the
to 1,100.
other one from me,
So,
be good.
back over
300.
to Ben and Piper.
100.
Then they can. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to win.
We're gonna go grab bag 300. Yeah.
The quote is, "Wake up, samurai. We have a city to burn."
That's the one in the cart, right?
Johnny Silverhand, Cyberpunk, 2077.
Yes,
That is completely correct.
Damn,
yes.
I would have got that.
It's okay.
got that.
It's okay.
Would have got that.
Again, this is not at all rigged. Anyone can guess any of these.
Shout out to Keanu Reeves.
Moving
love
on.
Keanu Reeves.
Kath and Aiden.
Well, we'll take the 500.
Catchphrases,
If we get it right, we're up.
500.
We're even. No, we're not even close to cut. Never mind. 500.
Catchphrase is 500. Is sic parvis magna. Translation? Greatness from small beginnings. Apparently, Piper knows this.
I know, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, I know.
Probably something from Life is Strange then, because I don't.
It's giving something.
All right.
We're gonna need
The
to-
game.
What was that game?
The game is Uncharted. About 5 more seconds.
Let me go. Please.
Nathan Drake.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is correct. The answer is Nathan Drake.
Didn't I know
Actually, he doesn't say it. It's on his ring on the necklace that he wears.
Oh.
I'm going to deduct points from Piper for correcting the host, minus 100 to Piper.
I don't.
I was gonna say,
We have.
It is
we,
a quote from Surf Races.
I am a god in
object
this show.
And embrace her gamer knowledge.
yes.
We
I respect
object to
that.
your
I respect.
removal of
I
points.
rescind my god power. Anyway,
Almost.
we have one more category.
We're gonna go with grab bag 100. Obviously.
Why would you? That's so weird.
I know, right? Yeah.
28 stab wounds. You didn't want to leave him a chance, huh?
Connor, Detroit, become human.
That is completely correct.
Sweet.
There's no point even trying to run around that one.
No,
So,
well, it's
Before we continue,
it all on Final
we will be moving on to Final Jeopardy.
Oh.
In Final Jeopardy,
we get
both teams will be betting their amount of points.
It's a hidden. Okay, yeah, I got this.
Currently, the scores are Piper and Ben at 2,100, Kath and Aiden at 1,600. There's a lot of strategy here.
Wait, do we know the category?
No.
Okay. He
Wait,
has
show
a-
that
he
again,
has a
please.
pen.
The points.
The points
Okay.
for those at home, 2,100.
We want to wager all of them,
Piper
right?
and Ben.
No.
Kath and Aiden, 1,600. Now, Ben is known to do some silly things, including betting all of his points on something he doesn't
We
know,
will not be doing.
Jeopardy.
which I still think would be funny, and I still think they should.
Nope, not for the bit. We're not
the
doing
bit.
that.
We always do.
Anyway, we need you guys to hurry up.
2,000.
We don't even know what the category is. You have to give us the category.
I'm not going to give you the category because it's funnier.
We need to wager at least their points. So like,
Yeah, what? That's
1,700.
I don't
Jeopardy.
care. I'm still a god.
All right.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
This
Okay,
this
fine.
is, this might be Jeopardy,
1,500.
but it's my Jeopardy.
I mean, we're gonna lose if we do that, but
It's fine. We got it.
We don't know. You don't know how much they wagered. They might have wagered everything.
okay. Write down a number and
All
don't
in.
let me see it, or I'll get upset.
All or nothing.
I guarantee Ben just put everything on that card. So I will now be collecting the cards.
Okay.
Ben, you better not have messed us up.
Surely not.
I would never.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. I can't read one of these, so I'm assuming it's Ben's.
Oh, that might be mine.
I think that's Aiden's.
That's probably I scribbled it like really fast.
Okay,
I'll just say it.
so I'll return them.
Okay.
That's
What?
not.
'cause I
That's
wanted
not
to see
ours.
them.
We
Okay, I
don't even have that many points. What? That was really bad handwriting.
Anyway, we've seen their points. I know if they're gonna be rigged. Can you say your points out loud for the cameras?
1,599.
Okay, Ben.
Oh damn, we're boring. I did 1,500.
Doesn't matter. They can't change their points.
I didn't even.
Anyway,
let's
on your papers, you'll be writing your answer.
Oh.
In this synopsis, I will be describing a video game plot horribly.
Oh.
Oh.
You have to
got
write
this.
the video game.
I don't got this.
Uh-oh.
Don't let the other team see it. Ben is a known cheater. Shh. After being whisked away from his small island home, a young boy fights iconic animated characters and demon-like creatures all on a quest to save a girl's heart. I will read it one more time. After being whisked away from his small island home, a young boy fights iconic animated characters and demon-like creatures all on a quest to save a girl's heart. Now, I will ask that your answers are within the next about 20 seconds. Anyway, if anyone wants to hear Critical Damage, it's a pretty cool show. We have one more episode coming out this season. I'm really looking forward to it. Make sure you've watched our 2 previous ones. You finished this one. You're going to watch the next one. Maybe watch the previous seasons. I was a host there too. We did some pretty cool stuff. I'm still waiting on these. Leave in the comments below who here is wearing the best outfit. If you don't say Whale Lord, you're wrong.
It's like,
We need answers, teams, please.
Oh no.
There's a lot. I'm going to start a countdown now. 15, 14, 13. I don't have to keep saying it because now they're doing it.
It's not Gordlets. Know that. Check that off the list.
If someone writes Bunger, I will give a single point. And that's about it. I take that back.
It's
Ben is
definitely
done.
not that one.
it's definitely not
All right.
this one.
It's definitely not what I.
Ben, I know that's wrong.
I'm going to pick this paper up. I'm going to look at the answer.
Oh, sorry.
You smirked a little bit.
That is incorrect.
Yeah.
What was her answer?
Can I see your paper?
Oh yeah, sure. I guess.
It's wrong.
Yeah, no, it's
I'll
wrong.
tell you
Yeah.
that.
Can
Yeah, there you go, man.
Thank you, please. Okay, so both teams guessed Zelda. So
Which one?
Wait, Breath of the Wild.
Oh, we
Well,
said Wind Waker.
I mean,
Bro,
that's wrong.
my first thing was like Mario.
both teams are wrong.
I said.
So-
I thought it was Pokemon.
Oh, was it Mario?
I thought
No,
it was.
the correct answer
No.
was Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Oh.
I don't like
So-
Kingdom Hearts.
That's not Gordlets. That's.
Ben's team loses 1,500 points.
Yeah, they won.
Did we win? Oh wait,
have one
they
point left.
wagered.
And Piper and Kath?
We didn't lose.
Piper
Yeah.
and Kath.
What?
Wow.
Sorry, my mistake.
Oh.
Gosh.
Aiden and Kath
Way to go,
lose
Ben.
$15.99.
Going out of the park.
Oh,
So,
All right, some quick math behind the scenes. Let's see. What's the?
while they do their
we
math,
have.
contestants,
math
how did we enjoy our show?
that
it,
was fun.
it was
Well, we would've
great.
done
Oh
better
wait,
if
is
you
that
didn't
really what it is?
Mess with my head.
You know what?
The final score.
Number
the
one in our
final
heart.
score.
Number one in our.
Kath and Aiden with 1 point.
Number one in our hearts.
1 point.
You take it.
Piper and Ben won by 599 points to give them a total of 600. Round of applause to our winners.
Well deserved. Guys.
Now, thank you, contestants, for participating. This is not at all a rigged game show.
it is.
I will have my job this coming episode. Next season will be up to debate. Ben is looking at me funny. He is my boss next semester. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for Critical Damage. Hopefully, we will see you guys next week. And as always, don't play Destiny. Signing off, this is Michael.